being outside in the countryside is a great place to start with Creationtide. This is where we have most sense of things growing, of what we would normally call the natural world, where we see what old-fashioned Harvest Festival was focused on. It was all about the crops, it was about the animals, the sheep we've got here, cows, whatever it might be. It was about a heartfelt sense of thanksgiving, that there was going to be food to see them through the winter and they would live another year. Whereas those days are clearly gone, we're more interested in looking at the shelves in Tesco's than the fields for our sense of having food. But this harvest, for the first time in my life, we've experienced empty shelves in Tesco's. What a very weird feeling it was to walk round and see empty shelf after empty shelf. So let's just cast our minds back, for those who actually went into the shops and saw that, or just remember the conversations. There was a sense of worry about food. Couldn't find flour. There were no toilet rolls. So the starting point for harvest has to be thankfulness. And this is the closest we've come to having to really think about our food since the Second World War ended 75 years ago. But another very important aspect of Creationtide is moving beyond that thankfulness to a response. This is what God has given us. How are we going to look after it? Now, our speaker at prize giving, Right Honourable Claire O'Neill, reminded us of the major issues we have to address to find new ways of living which put us in better harmony with the rest of nature. We need a shift in mindset. But I speak today to a group who are some of the most intelligent of your generation in the world. You are just the sort of people who can do the creative thinking necessary to move us in the right direction. Lots of you are doing science A-levels and can later work in engineering and technology and related fields. And there are some great solutions being worked on at present. Finding new ways of doing old things, so JCB, an excellent example, as they shift from diesel engines to electric powered by either standard lithium batteries or, for some of their really big diggers, hydrogen fuel cells. There's a project being developed to run a hydrogen fuel cell powered ferry between Cardiff and Bristol, rethinking use of water as a means of transport which surrounds our country and is underused. So, at a much smaller scale, something for now for you. You can explore important ideas like repair to keep things going longer instead of throwing them away, like developing the skills learned in DT and applying them to the huge number of gadgets around our homes. You could learn how to use charity shops for clothing. Be creative, don't just look at what it is now, look at what it can become when you apply your talents to it. Now, these are clearly challenging times, but challenge is what we thrive on in Bishop Wordsworth School. When we're confronted by climate change, our response should not be fear, but a motivation to use all the God-given talents we have in this school to find solutions.